All right, so we have now created our first base, and we have created two views, the card database, which is showing every single card, and the playtest view, which only shows the cards that we have checked as playtest ready. So I want to create a few more views, but these views will be related to the type or the traits, as I would like to call it. So that is anything that describes the card. So in this case, I've actually added 5 more cards, which is supposed to be spell cards. So you can see they don't have attack and health. And then I've added a few card effects, some traits over here. So fire, air, water, earth, and another air. And I've also added some of those sprinkled across some of the units that we have up here. So because these are more sort of descriptors when it comes to that, to the cards, I would kind of not want to have them in this view or in this base. In this base, I would prefer to have just the different sets. So set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the different starter decks and whatnot. So have views for those, and then create another base and add the trait-based views in there. It's just at this current moment, you cannot drag these out and add them to another base as far as I'm aware. So you're kind of stuck if you start adding them and then would need to do it again. But you can definitely add them here if you prefer, but I'll just go ahead and create another base. So again, we can go over here, we can right click and add a new base. However, this will of course create a completely blank base, and I would kind of like to keep this setup we already have. So in this case, I'm just going to go right clicking on the card database and make a copy. Right, so here is our card database 1. I'm just going to rename that. So we're going to call that Trade Searcher or Trade Database, maybe. Let's call it that instead. There we go, database. I like that more. Trade Database. Okay, so then we can go up here, and we still have these two. So I'm just going to go ahead with the playtest and just delete that. So delete view. Just to show you, it is not gone from our original card database. It's still here. All right, so this is a copy, but they are not linked. So this is the trade database. So in this case, we could keep this one. We could just change this one to a trade database and just keep it to show every single card. So it doesn't really do anything, but it's a nice base to have. And just what I mean by that is whichever view is at the top here, you can drag them around, will be the view that is the default when you click on it. So if I change this one to the playtest, if I change this one to the playtest and I just go to the card database for now, but if the playtest is on top and I then go to the trade database and then change back to the card database, you will see the playtest as the default. So whichever is on top is the default. So we want to have the card database here. And for this one, we just keep the trade database, which is essentially the same thing, but it's just nice to have a little sort of home, if you will. You could, of course, also just have this be empty, so you need to select a different view, right? Anyway, enough of that. So now we have created the trade database, and what I want to do first is just go into one of the cards we have. So just go to the test 000, and we'll just add another property. So this is the type. So the type can be a unit or it can be a spell. So I'll just type unit here, and I'll go back to our card database. I'll just add this property. I probably should have done that first, to be honest, but there we go. We have the type, and I'm just going to move that over here. So we have it here, right? So now you can see if I start clicking down here, it's actually going to suggest me the unit. So I don't need to type it every single time. So for all of these, I'm just going to select unit. Super nice and easy. And then for this one, of course, we want to call it a spell. Again, now I can select it from the list. There you go. So we have our units and we have our spells. So let's set up a view in our trade database that shows all of our units and one that shows all of our spells. Right. So again, we have every single card right here. And I'm actually just going to add the type in here as well. As I said, I probably should have done it the other way. Just move that over here again. So it's uniform. Just going to, there we go. Make sure the filters are correct, but you can filter them. There we go. You can filter after these properties up here as well. sidetracked. Right, so we have our types here. So now we're going to add a view. So again, I'm just going to copy this one because I don't want to redo everything. So duplicate view, and let's call this one the units. All right, so go back. We have our units. I'll just straight away do another one for the spells. Of course, right now these are identical. There's no difference in them. But if we go to the units, we can now go up to our filters. So we will still want to check in the cards folder. I mean, I guess technically speaking, this one is obsolete because the second you tell it that it needs to look for a very specific thing, it doesn't matter where it is because it will only be in here. But I like to keep it like that. So we can just add the filter here. And now we want to check here. We have the file. We want to change that to the type, sorry. So we have the type here at the bottom. So the type is, we want to have is, and we want it to be unit. You can see immediately we only have our units. Okay. So we do that for our spells as well. I'll show it one more time. So we go to filter, we go to add filter, and for the first box, we change it to type, and then is, and this one is spell. So already now we have a very powerful functionality that allows us to change from seeing every single card to seeing only our units and then seeing only our spells. So this can give you a very quick overview of how many units you have created, how many spells or traps or equipments or who knows what. Whatever type you can come up with, you can very quickly see a full list of them and only them. All right. So then the next thing I want to show you is related to these properties here. The traits, the fire, air, water, earth, and, well, air again. Those four. I got these four properties here, right? So if I just go back to the trait database, we can see all of the cards here. What if I would like to see just the fire cards I've created, or the water cards, or, warriors, spellcasters? If you go magic, it's like the blue cards, or the black cards, or the white cards, You can do that you can of course just do the same way as you did with the type. If you have something like colors or whatever, right? You can set up the same kind of filter. But what if you would like to see for any cards that supports those colors, or at least mentions them in the text, right? So we can see here in our card text, we mention these. We don't have this trait anyway. We don't have this type or elements in our properties, at least not for these cards. You definitely could have that as well. But you could imagine this spell card, doing something related to air, but that could be searching an air unit from your deck to your hand, right? So that might not have an air element tied to it, necessarily at least. But you still want to be able to see it, right? And you can luckily do that very easily. So again, I'll just go up here, and we need to add another view. I will just take and copy the spell one here. Oops. Wrong button. I need to click on the little arrow, the three dots, and then duplicate view. We're going to change this to earth. And we go back, and I'll just duplicate this a few more times. I'll create one for each. So air, and I think I can just duplicate straight away, can I not? So air, fire, and what's the last one? Water, I think. There we go. So we have our earth, air, fire, and water filters. And again, right now they are the same as the spell, and that's not what we want. So now we go up to filter. Of course, we don't care if they are spells, so we can just delete that really quick. So now again, we can see every card. We click on the add filter. And then in this case, we don't have a trait for it, but actually I could add that in just a second. So let's just try to first filter them by their card effects. Yeah. So you can say the effects, where is it? Where's it hiding? Oh, there we go. Effects. And then we don't say is, but we want to say contains, right? So now we can write whatever. So this is the earth. So we can say effect contains earth. And it doesn't matter if you put capital or not. It will show both, right? So if I click there, click away, we got all of our earth cards, or at least the ones that mentions earth. All right. So again, I'll just do it in the air. So filter, we delete this filter here, just add another one. Down to effect, and it contains air. Again, we got 3 cards that are air cards. If we do that for fire, again, we just delete the current filter and we add the filter contains. This is fire. And again, we have 3 cards that it's fire in their effects. And then we just do it for water as well. I do apologize. I did add 4 of them just to show my point. So I'll just add the last one here really quick. Effects, and it contains water. That's the one, yeah. There you go. So we have 2 water cards, or 2 cards that mentions water in their abilities. We have 2 earth, we have 3 air, and we have 3 fire. But isn't this amazing? You can go in and see every single fire card you've created or card that supports fire. It's a super quick overview to let you know sort of where your design directions are going, for example. In that category, you could also do it with a class. So if you think something like Hearthstone and there are different classes, you could use this to see only the mage cards or only the warrior cards, right? Or from specific sets. I said you can just add more and more to the filter. I think I'll just add this little bonus here just to show how it works. Just go in here under the test. I'll just add the first card here. It doesn't matter which one of them it is, sorry. But if we just add element, let's call it that, right? And this one does some fire stuff, yeah. So we won't be touching that one. We'll just go back to the card database. We'll just be adding the element. I'll just add that over here. There you go. So we don't need to add this to all of them. So let's add it to these, right? So let's add order here. Fire, earth, and which one is the last one? Earth, or it's air. There you go. So we just added some 2 cards that didn't have these elements already, right? So now I want to show that you can combine it with this as well. So let's go back to the trade database. And again, I just want to add the element. So we have the element, I'll just drag that over so we have it nice and neatly. And then we go down to, let's just take earth to start with. So right now it's not showing our other earth card, right? So you can see the 5th card here, earth, right? If we go to this one, it doesn't show. So how can we make it show? So it shows both the cards that mentions earth in its effect, but also cards that are just inherently earth that might not mention their own element in their card text. So you go to the filter. And there is where we comes in that we probably need to change this a little bit. So right now we have where the file is in folder, card, and so on and so forth. And then we have the earth, right? But you can see we have this filter group here. So if I just delete this one, we'll just show everything again, add a filter group, we can add another one of these sort of. So we need this one to be true, but for these, we just need any of the following are true, right? So for the file, we have it here. We want that to be the effect, and then the effect contains earth, right? Just do it this way. Small. There you go. Earth. So we are back to just having 2 results, and then we just want to add another filter under this. So it says where effect contains earth, or we will have the element. Oh, I don't have the element in here, of course. I need to add that. But the element is earth. It will even show you, if you notice, it will show you which element you have available. So it'll show earth. So there we go. Now we have the 3rd card here, which does not mention earth in its ability, but it mentions it in the element. If we just add that really quick here. There you go. The element. Perfect. So there you go. So now we can see every single earth card we have ever created. And I think that's pretty neat. It really helps to be able to solidify different types or archetypes or, you know, any sort of things you can come up with really and give them different tags for them. And I think that's just an amazing ability that Obsidian can do. And I will leave it at that. So you can basically play around with this, play around with the filters. You can add all sorts of crazy combinations. And of course, you can also just change them on a whim if you want, if you don't want to sit and create one for every single view. But yeah, it's quite neat. So I will link the next video up, again, up here somewhere when it is ready. And then I'll see you next time. Have fun.